morning. Today is Thursday. I just took a nice long shower. That being said, I have 3 peperomias today that look like they need to be watered, so I'm going to do that real quick and then kind of figure out my morning. It's amazing how crazy droopy these guys get when they want water. Now admittedly, the Emerald Rippled Dark, this one here, told me a little bit earlier and I ignored him because I kind of overwatered the emeralds, I think, last time. So I watered the peperomias. They still look awful. So I dealt with that. It's usually only use a little bit of the footage anyway. Okay, so I'm trying to put this together. It needs to be lifted to fit into a little area on there, so I took the styrofoam to lift these edges so that I can align it correctly. And of course, it is broken. Okay, so close to the finish line, and the last piece is broken. Not bad, it's the back piece. It looks like this little part here just got squished. I do have wood glue somewhere. I don't know where it is. So for now, I'm just gonna use this all-purpose tacky glue and some painter's tape. Okay, so with the help of my roommate, I managed to get this guy set up and put in here. I set it up and then she helped me lift it and put it on top of here, which was really nice of her. I try not, apparently I don't like asking for help, but in this case I was like, I don't know if I can do this by myself. So I'm not 100% sure how I want to set this up. I was thinking of having one space kind of dedicated to the kind of seasons, and then the other space, I don't know. Kiwi has taken a liking to this little shelf to use as like a little nook area or whatever. So I'm tempted to find something when I replace this so that she can still have that. Okay, so I just got off the phone with my mom. We had a nice chat. That being said, I still have a lot of stuff to do. My room is a nightmare. So I have a bunch of boxes I need to break down. I have the styrofoam stuff that I should take out. It's a mess. So I should work on some of this. Figured I'd follow up with the droopy boys. So this one, the dark emerald ripple, looks fantastic. All of its bits are now up and happy. This one is mostly, we do have one that just never seems to come up. I think this one's probably gonna fall off at some point. And then this one still looks pretty sad, but for the most part it's standing on its own. Not as good as the other two, even after being watered. These guys need more humidity. There we go. Now, on a separate, more interesting note, is that I am in the mood to draw, and I'm watching things going like, oh, I really want to draw, but I can't because I don't have ... Because I don't have what? I have several sketchbooks that are close to being finished that I want to just finish so I can move on to a new one. If I wanted something bigger, I have a bigger sketchbook that I can use. If I don't want to use something so fancy, I have a messy sketchbook that I can use. So why do I feel like I can't? Like I'm missing something, that I need something before I can draw? I think I figured it out. The big issue that I have with drawing and like starting to draw is that I want to draw things I don't know how to draw off of the top of my head. And I'm so used to, at this point, being able to draw decent looking things from memory because I'm drawing things that I'm comfortable drawing, like people and portraits and faces and stuff like that. And I think that's like really it. Like that's my biggest struggle, is that I want to draw things I don't normally draw, and since I'm so used to being able to just draw things, not knowing how to do it is like really throwing me off. That, and I just have a general art block. Like it's not just that. Like, let's be honest.
Gonna be out. It wasn't upside down or anything.
Yeah, I love, especially if it's like something, learning about it. So if I'm just doing it for the day. So today is Friday. We're supposed to get a quick bug treatment and have the bug guys look at the attic, which we think might be the source of our problem. So I'm being kind of lazy today. I surprisingly don't have a lot of meetings, which if I didn't have to have another stupid bug treatment would mean I'd be able to get way on top of stuff, like work stuff. Fortunately, I'm not behind. I do have some stuff that I have to do that I'm going to try and get done in between dealing with all of that stuff. It is supposed to be semi-warm later today, but since I'm going to be sitting in my car when it's not warm, I've got the sweater on, and then I have a tank top, like a muscle tank underneath it. Feeling a bit stressed, still feeling sick. Not quite as bad, not as nauseous. I think being in the poisonous apartment for a little bit too long before we hopped out probably wasn't the best idea, but fortunately I'm okay now. On a separate note, I did kind of get a business planner from Rose Designs on Etsy, and I'm going to try to use this to really set up a business plan. I feel like this week has just been a lot of ups and downs with work. Got out of a meeting that was very promising that will help with some of the things that we were worried about. We have some plan Bs if it doesn't work out regardless, so we're good either way, but it seems like we might not need to use the plan B and can go with plan A. That being said, over lunch, I didn't work on my business plan that much, but I did end up watching some bullet journal, what I was doing wrong and how I made it work for me type videos to kind of help me, because I'm currently struggling with my planning. Okay, work is officially over. I started filling out the business plan again. Packages! The packaging for this one. But look at these. Ooh. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. And I ended up getting 2 bags. Then this is what I actually got, which it's a little bit hard to see what it is, unfortunately. So this is the tower. Okay, so I think I'm going to unbox the Once Upon a Book Club box. So I am making myself look more presentable. Some background adjustments. I need a good place to keep my in-progress art stuff. Yeah. Okay, so I ended up shooting the intro for the Once Upon a Book Club middle grade summer reading box, which I plan on doing a video about. So if you're interested in that, definitely check it out. I love these boxes. I know these are middle grade, but it seems so cute. Like, look at the illustrations. I think there's some, yeah, there are some illustrations inside the actual books too, which I think is adorable. I know it's probably not going to be super fulfilling, but why not? And then I also have the adult contemporary versions. I have 3 of them from a long time ago that I think would be fun to share as well. So if you're interested in that, let me know down below, I suppose. So that's pretty much it for that. Oh, my roommate's so sweet. She made some bread and she said that I can have some. The last one she made was really good. Tastes delicious.
Okay. I didn't know if this thing was messed up or not.
Playing for us today.
Yes.
Oh, I know the song. I don't necessarily know the name or the artist. I just know just a small town boy, born and raised in South Detroit. This one.
Smudging in here. I don't know if you can see. A lot of scratches from where this is being polished, so I don't know if you can see all the scratches on here.
Good morning. So I tossed back on the sweater from yesterday because it's a little bit cold, so don't judge. I do need to start editing this vlog a little bit more. I only edited day 1. And obviously it is already day 6. So my plan of editing a little bit every day didn't kind of work out the way I was hoping it would. I have to do some work stuff. I'm supposed to be getting lunch with my dad. This is gonna be the first time I've seen my dad since shelter in place started. I should write out the day in my planner. Okay, so it looks like the power went out. It's 9:02, but unfortunately, because I'm not using a laptop anymore, my computer completely shut off in the middle of transferring files. So, all right, update time. So I am seriously going through and filling out my business plan. Obviously, as I do this, I run into different snags. And I mean, like, that's why you do this. Like, you figure that out and you're like, oh, well, but this means, and I also have to do this, and maybe this shouldn't be one of the things that I focus on. Maybe I should focus on. It's interesting being out and about for like the first time in months. I have stopped by previously, but it wasn't as busy. It was early and I stopped in. I guess it was also during working hours, but I just stopped by the post office, so. Okay, so I just had breakfast with my dad. It was interesting going out. I had my mask on and I also had several wipes for my hands and stuff. But it was nice talking with him. We were outside, so now it's time for me to, oh my god, it just looks so bad at this angle. It's funny because, like, when I see myself in the mirror, this like messy bun look looks really cute. When I see myself in the viewfinder, I look a hot mess. I need to quick do my 9-to-5 full-time job stuff. And I will jump back to doing my business planning after I get this stuff out of the way. Okay, so I finished doing the marketing art for work. Now I'm debating whether or not I want to continue doing basically setting up our retrospective. I have to do that this weekend. I mean, technically I can do it Monday after work, but I will be a happier person if I do it this weekend. I really just wanted to jump on and talk about how excited I am about working on this business plan and how I feel like if I take this seriously and try and make sure that everything I do based off of this and you know, leading up to it is like reasonable and doable, and I'm honest with myself about my abilities and my self-care needs and my expectations, that this is a thing. I have decided and agreed that social media is kind of more a personal thing and not a business thing. I know that this realm of stuff is never going to really become a business for me. I want to just do videos because it's fun and for myself and in my free time, because I always think about doing things in video form. So I'm trying to separate that. Obviously, I'll be sharing this whole process and I'll be promoting once I get around to it and things like that. But I'm just trying to be realistic. Okay, so it is early morning and I am currently reading The Blue Witch. There's some ups and downs with how I feel about this book, but I kind of got in stride and have been interested to see how it goes. Good morning. So I ended up making some sunny side eggs with some avocado, which I'm pretty excited about. I finished reading the first middle grade book, The Blue Witch. I think I'm going to be taking it easy for the most part today. Okay, since it's more of a normal time, I called my stepdad to say Happy Father's Day and ended up texting my dad to say the same thing. I had breakfast with my dad yesterday, so I was able to kind of talk to him and say early Father's Day to him yesterday. But I haven't seen my stepdad in ages, so I definitely wanted to give him a call and make sure he was doing okay. He calls to check in on me quite often, so I'm really tired and kind of down in the dumps. I wanted to work on making cover illustrations to go here, and then on like let me go to a page that doesn't have anything, and then on the first page so that when you flip to a section you see an image. And I figured one or two of them would be illustrations and then the rest would be patterns or something like that to kind of match whatever the theme is. You have an eye booger, but you're too far for me to get it. I really want to get it. Why do you always have so many eye boogers? Like, constantly picking kitty eye boogers. Constantly. Okay, so I'm feeling super tired and I was thinking of taking a nap, but I figured if I take a nap, then I'm not going to go to bed when I want to. So I'm debating to nap or not to nap. I think the contemporary ones are the purple ones, and I think that was the only one that I've read. And then I guess I got the young adult. I figured I would take a peek into the boxes to see what options we have. These, again, on the boxes, they all say young adult. I did have a purple one previously. I think it's the only one that I've actually read through, which I really, really liked. I forgot the book. I have the book still. It's probably out in the living room, which I don't want to go hunting down for it because my roommate's out there and I don't want to bother her. Kiwi was begging while she was eating, which I do find funny, and I think most people do too. It is also a chance for the roommates to interact with the Kiwi because she tends to stick with me. I'm so tempted to go ahead and order these boxes again. But like, I don't know how long it's gonna take me to go through this. And I have 2 boxes left. And money. These are not cheap boxes. I always considered them worth it because of the experience, even though I don't really like a lot of the things that are actually included. And I mean, it makes it generally a really overpriced book, but it's a cool experience. Hello, future me here. You get an interesting look at the future, but yes, so in an attempt to make space on my computer to edit this vlog, I accidentally deleted all of the footage for this vlog, but since I had already been editing up until this point, that was all backed up, and I only lost the, final footage for the final day and the outro, which is why I'm here to do that now. I do want to say a big thank you for watching the video and sticking around and all that good stuff. And also, I still have some Black Lives Matter links down below just to get some additional perspectives on the situation, in addition to different ways that you can help support the movement. I'm hoping to do something a little bit more dedicated. I'm just not sure what yet, admittedly, and I don't know. I just don't know. But yeah, I want to say thanks to everybody who has been really supportive and who has been, behind all of the different movements like this, not just the Black Lives Matter. There's just a ton of minorities and groups and that need kind of our help. So I think it's really amazing when we get together and do that. Anyway, that pretty much wraps up this video. Again, thanks so much for being awesome and sticking around, and I will see you in the next video. Until next time, bye!